Hi guys, I'm Michelle. Thanks for tuning into class today. Today's class is mostly to relieve some tight muscles in the back body, from the shoulders, mid-back, and all the way down to your ankles. So the calves and the hamstrings. So it means we'll be strengthening the front of the thighs. So when you're ready, we're going to start by getting into child's pose. Bringing your toes to touch. Open your knees as wide as you can, but make sure you're comfortable. And then let your belly drop down in between your thighs and your arms out in front of you or alongside your body by your feet. And then we'll just use these next few moments to connect to some calmness, some ease. Preparing our minds for the rest of today. So just notice what might be going on in your head. Anything taking up some space. Take a good look at it. And then see if you can just set it aside for later. And maybe when later comes, you won't even remember those thoughts. We want to do our best to keep the focus on our breathing, connecting the mind to the body, and keeping us safe, keeping us mindful, and keeping us conscious of our movements, of our breath, and how we're feeling. So set an intention or a centering thought, and then we'll start to activate our Ujjayi breathing. This breath really does help you focus deeper into your practice and using this breath to distract us away from the thinking mind. Breathing in and out of your nose, creating audible sounds on and off your mat. Breathing in deeper and deeper each time. Exhaling out slower and slower each time. Take one more breath over here. And then we'll lift up the torso and walk it over to the right. And just take a few breaths here. Notice how you're feeling. Allow yourself to be in this space. Full exhalation to empty. And then inhale, lift up the torso, walk your hands over to the other side, exploring the right side of the body. Noticing those areas of tightness, of soreness. Start to notice the back body releasing the tension. Muscles starting to relax. Exhale all the way to empty. And then bring it back to center. We're going to lift up just a little, slide the hands back a little. Notice the left arm is hovering above the mat. I'm going to relax my elbow. I'm going to take my right hand to my head. If your hips aren't on your heels, that's totally fine. I'm going to inhale, rotate my elbows far to the right and up as I can. And as I exhale, I'm going to bring my elbow as close to the left knee as I can. I'll inhale to open. And I'll exhale, deep relaxation to close. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Going for 10. This is 4, 5, 6, inhale 7, inhale 8, inhale 9, and last one 10. Right hand down, about the same placement as the left hand. Elbow relaxed, left hand behind your head. Make the rotation in the thoracic spine, and then exhale, elbow threads through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4, 5. Try to breathe in as much as you can when that elbow lifts. Oxygenating the body, rejuvenating and energizing cells. Some of these cells have been dormant, so this movement, this breath, is revitalizing them. One more. Last one. Bring it back to center. We're going to lift ourselves up. Line up the knees under your hips, your shoulders over your wrists. Wrap the elbows back, broaden the shoulders, and on an inhale, magnetize the shoulder blades together. Let your belly dip to the earth, lift your tail, and slowly lift your gaze, being mindful of the neck. On an exhale, start to round and curl your spine, rooting down with your hands, shins, and feet, and hollowing out the front body. Head is the last thing that goes. Maybe chin to chest, maybe gaze to your pubic bone. Inhale, magnetize the shoulders. Draw your shoulders back and down. Lift your tail, lift your gaze. Exhale, round and curl. Feel the shoulder blades spread across the back. Feel your heart lifting up between that space and navel to spine. Inhale this time, pick up your feet, tuck your toes, lift your gaze. Keep your toes tucked, or I like to flip to the tops of my feet. I feel a little more spreading across my sacrum when I do it this way. And when I inhale and tuck my toes, it's the same kind of sensation for me. So you take this time and really explore what feels right in your body. On your next inhale, with your toes tucked or not, start to circle around your mat, inhaling to the right and exhaling to the left. Now I like to use this pose to get into my wrist. Loosen up my elbows and my shoulders. Yes, you feel it in your hips and in your feet. Reverse your direction. But in the next move we do, I think you'll feel it just a little bit more in the outer hips. So bring it back to neutral. Bring your knees together, tops of the feet on the mat, and move your right hip to the right. Move to a space where you feel it. And then inhale, center, and exhale, hips to the left. Now remember how you felt on the right? Go back to the right. Notice if there's a little more space. For me, there is, which I really, really enjoy. We'll do it a few more times. Move at your own pace. Move a little quicker, move a little slower, dip a little more. The more you do it, the more space you find. One more time in both directions. And then we'll tuck the toes, dial the fingertips back in the direction of the knees to stretch out the wrists and the forearms. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Find a neutral spine. So this is not neutral where you have this big sway in your low back. This is not neutral. This is more of a supported spine, something we use in our ab work. So your neutral spine is somewhere in between those two areas. So it's like you're playing with that space. Wrap your ribs in, your Uddiyana Bandha. Draw your sphincter muscle in, your Mula Bandha. And that's going to help you find a neutral spine. Lean back onto your heels for a brief pause. Sweep your hands back. Flip your palms up. Place the backs of your hands down, palms up. One at a time. If it's too much, fingertips face each other. Soften the elbows if it's too much. This is probably the more intense version of this pose. Go a little lighter by bending the elbows, making a fist, and playing with movement there. Or just alternate between the two, nice and light, nice and easy. That's what keeps the longevity in the practice, is if we take a more mindful approach. Bring the knees together, keep your toes tucked, and sit back on your heels. Reach back for your little pinky toe. Even if it doesn't get there, you want to feel it. I have a client, her pinky toe seems to be up above the balls of her feet, but she still reaches back for that sensation. So don't leave that toe out. On an inhale, you're going to pull the belly back, draw your tailbone down, that neutral spine, not supported, not arched, somewhere right in the middle. Draw your low ribs in towards each other and down towards the hip bones. As the ribs draw down, lift your heart and shoulders back. And then sweep your arms up, maintain your alignment, feel your sphincter muscle right about here lift. And as the arms get higher, pull your belly back. So the slower we move, the more we can work the muscles we want to work internally. So to shift your gaze up, squeeze your knees here. Bend your elbows, cactus your arms. So you want to magnetize the shoulder blades together again. Now here I have to be really careful not to let go of my belly because I already have a sway back. Neck is long, so your head's not all the way back. It's somewhere right in the middle. On your next inhale, sweep with the arms up. And on an exhale, circle your arms around. Bring your hands back to the mat. Open up your feet. Sorry to say, but keep your toes tucked. If you have to tap it out, if you have to roll around your ankles, do whatever you need to. Before we come into our downward facing dog, spread your fingers nice and wide. I like to aim my index fingers forward, which is a slight turnout in my hand. This is not slight. This is slight. And that rotation comes from my elbow and my shoulder, not my wrist. So you can also have your middle finger forward. You have to find what best works for you. The eye of the elbow faces the front of the mat, triceps wrap back, shoulders back and down, toes tucked. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Float the knees, start to lift your tail, push your belly back, and find downward facing dog. Making any adjustments along the way. Bend your knees either one at a time or both at the same time, working into the back of your legs, your ankles, your calf muscles, the belly of the hamstring, the hamstring. Make sure your feet are hip bone distance apart or even a little wider for this next one. I'm going to keep my feet hip bone distance apart. You decide what best serves you. Inhale, gripping the mat with your fingertips, stretching your belly back towards your thighs, feeling the upper arm bones wrap in. Keep your left hand firmly gripping. Take your right hand, grab your left leg, your heel, your foot, whatever you can, and pull with your right hand, push with your left, and then release. Look up, make sure your hands are shoulder distance, and then switch. Bring your left hand to the back of the right leg, the heel or the foot. push with your right, pull with your left. And release. Inhale, keep your feet the way they are. Lift your right leg back and up. Don't move your shoulders, bend your knee. And as you open up the hip, look under your left armpit to keep that right shoulder from lifting up. Inhale, gaze forward. Right leg is straight and long. Slowly float the right foot back down. Line it up with the left foot, and then inhale, lift your left leg back and up. Bend the knee. As the hip opens, look under your right armpit. Inhale, leg is straight, long. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift the right leg back up. Exhale, this time bring your right thigh to your belly. Bring your knee as close to your nose as you can. Then look between the hands. Look to your right pinky finger, and the best you can, step your right foot all the way out to the right of the right hand. Before we lower into our lizard, we're going to check in. Make sure your right knee is above your ankle, not over the toes, not in this one, not behind the ankle, but above it. You can move forward and back, stretching that back leg, the whole chain from your ankle all the way up into the sit bone. And then we're going to lower the left knee. We're going to take the left elbow down. And if the elbow coming down is not possible, walk your left hand forward a little. I'm going to lower my hand. And then I'm going to take my right arm up in 5 pulsations. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Feel your lower belly lift. Everything elevates. And as you exhale, you're going to thread it through, lining up the elbows. If you can go further, go further. Inhale, reach it up. Feel everything elevate. Feel the grounding in the feet and that left shin. Exhale, contract the front body. Sweep the right arm through. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread it through. Last one, big inhale. And a big exhale. Bring your elbows down. Pause here. Tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. Firm up the left thigh. Feel the outer right hip hugging back. Feel your left thigh bone firming up and hugging forward. Firm the thigh a little more. Lift the belly a little more. Press your forearms and hands into the mat a little more. Protract your shoulders. Lift your belly. And then lower the knee. Come back up to your hands. Walk your left hand forward. Don't let the right knee go over the ankle. Sweep with the right arm up and back to grab your left foot or ankle. Squeeze the heel in. Open up the right shoulder and breathe. Just one more breath. Gaze can be wherever you're comfortable. Can look back, can look straight ahead. Just be mindful not to dump your head below your shoulders. The head is about 10 pounds, so that's a lot of weight on the cervical spine. So somewhere neutral. We're going to bring it back. Heel toe the right foot in. Tuck your back toes. Find a lunge. Find a high plank. So high plank, hands are the same, like all fours, and down dog. Index finger or thumb facing forward. Elbows wrap back. Shoulders broad. Belly in. Tailbone neutral. Legs are firm. One more inhale here. On an exhale, shift the weight over the wrists, lower halfway or all the way, with or without your knees. As you flip to the tops of your feet, find a cobra of your choice for 5 breaths. 1, 2, breathe in very slowly. Observe the breath from the beginning, where it moves, the middle, what part of the body moves, all the way up to the top. Feel the breath kiss your heart. A longer, slower exhale. Relaxed jaw, soft gaze or closed eyes. One more breath here. On the exhale, lift your belly, then lift your hips. Whether your knees are down or hovering. Down dog. Few breaths here. Feel free to shake it out. Head, neck, and shoulders. Pedal the heels, side to side action. Listen to your body. Make sure your hands are shoulder distance. Make sure you're gripping the mat with your fingertips. The arms are long, side body getting longer. Navel to spine. Heels slightly apart. And then we'll inhale. Lift the left leg back and up. And exhale. Bring the thigh to your belly. Maybe knee to nose. Look between your hands and then look to your left pinky finger and step your left foot all the way out to the left. Take a breath here. Check in with your alignment. Left knee over the ankle. Draw the heart forward. Melt the right hip. And then lower the right knee. Untuck the back toes. Either walk the right hand forward, or if you can, lower your right forearm. Bring your right hand towards the foot. Lift with your left arm to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. Now, if your hips are up here, that's totally normal. On an exhale, you're going to thread it through, bringing your left forearm parallel to the right, or if you have more movement, more extension, reach further. Inhale up, and exhale, thread it through. It's all about the breath. Exhale to empty. Inhale fully and completely. On the inhale, feel the right forearm. Feel your left hand, feel your right knee, and ground in order to rise. Exhale, contract. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale, elevate. Exhale, thread it through. One more, inhale. And exhale. Bring it back onto the forearms. Take a breath here. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. Take a breath here. Firm up the right thigh. So if that right hip bone is sagging, I want you to lift it. I want you to pull the belly in and inner spiral your right thigh forward. So it's as if your right inner thigh were lifting up. Lifting up. Nice. Lower back down, untuck the toes, and now we'll stretch that right thigh muscle. Knee over the ankle, reach forward with your left hand, reach up and over for that right foot. If you have more space, just keep inching your left foot further. Now for this one, it's really easy. for me to dump the weight in my right hip because I am flexible. So I have to lift up. I have to really engage my core, make sure my shoulder blades are kissing together. Activate my bandhas. Smile. Soft gaze, fixed gaze, or close eyes. Inhale, bringing it back to center. Heel toeing left foot in. Find your lunge. High plank. Deep breath in. On the breath, feel the grounding, feel the elevating, and shift the weight forward. Bend the elbows, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra pose. Magnetize your hands to your hips. Wrap your elbows in. Lift your thighs, lift your inner thighs. On an exhale, downward, facing dog. On your next inhale, we're going to look up to the hands, lift the heels, and take little baby steps. Moving really slow. With each inhale, we lift. With exhale, we press the belly towards the thigh. Inhale, lift the right heel. Step your left foot forward. Lower the heel. Exhale, press back towards your left thigh. Inhale, the heels lift. Right foot forward. Heels down. Press it back. I know, more sensation. Woo. Inhale, heels. Step it forward, heels lower, and press it back. Inhale, heels, getting a little more challenging. Step it forward, gonna add the core, lower the heels, and fold it forward. One last time, inhale, lift the heels, step the left foot forward, lower the heels. Take your hands behind your legs. You can separate your feet or you can keep them close. Let the head go. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Soften the knees. Bring your hands to your shin bones or hands to the earth by your toes and inhale, halfway lift. So just like your cat-cow poses, try to magnetize your two shoulder blades, lift your belly, lengthen the tail back. On the exhale, you're spreading the shoulder blades across the back, tucking your chin to chest, trying to straighten your legs a little more. Inhale, soften the knees, lift the belly, lift the heart. Exhale and fold. One more big inhale. Think about squeezing in with your feet, your shins, and your inner thighs about 50%. Don't overdo it. Exhale, fold. Keep the squeezing 50%, just enough to feel the big toe mound working. Soften the knees. Lift all 10 toes, whether your feet are apart or together. Look up. Inhale, sweep with the arms forward and up. Find chair. Now check in with your chair. If you can't see your knees in front of your toes, move your knees back. Draw your belly in. Find that neutral spine. So not an arch, not supported, but somewhere right in the middle. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale here. Inhale, rise up. Lift your gaze. Find a little back bend. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Firm your thighs. Lift your kneecaps. Neutral spine. Don't push your pubic bone forward. Don't stick your butt out. Find somewhere in the middle. Inhale, lift up. Soften the knees. Open up the arms. Lead with your heart. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften your knees. Place your hands down. Step jump or float it back. High to low push-up. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Bend the right knee. Now we'll flow a little bit. Stay right here or flip your dog. Right foot lands lightly behind your left. Circle your right arm around for 3. Inhale, feel the hips and arm lift simultaneously. Maybe bend the knee. 2. 1 more. 3. Maybe lift the heart to the sky. And then either place your right hand down next to your left for support, or take the right hand back and your right foot forward. Pivot the toes, sweep with your arms to the left, find skater pose. Open up the arms, left toes face forward, right toes face forward. Left knee is bent. Bring it around to the back of your mat, left side lunge to supported warrior 3. Draw your navel to your spine. Neck is nice and long. Left leg is straight and strong. Stay there or take your hands to your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right knee up and in with your arms up. Stretch with your right leg forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right knee back. Slowly working our way back the way we got there. Warrior 3 to supported warrior 3 to stepping back to a lunge and then a high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts. Step your right foot all the way up between your hands. Lower your back knee and find a low crescent lunge. Inhale. Biceps by your ears. Inhale, feel yourself grounding and elevating. Exhale, feel the inner thighs squeezing together, belly pulling back. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. So whenever I come into this pose, my knee tends to move back. Notice where you are in space and make adjustments. So you're in a prayer twist with the top of the foot down behind you, or your toes are tucked, or the knee is down or up. Open up, spread your wings. Water wheel your way up. Reach back with your right fingertips. Reach forward with the left. Notice you don't have to reach that much with the left, but you have to energize that right hand. Slowly, as we circle the right arm up, drop your left heel down. Find warrior 2. Check in with your feet placement. Right heel lines up with the back left arch. Hips are parallel, shoulders over your hips. A lot of times in yoga, even though it looks really cute, this left hip is up. Draw the hip down. Notice your waistband. If it's not even, that's a good sign that neither are your hips. Flip your right palm, reach forward. Keep that right thigh as parallel to the earth as you can and exalt peaceful warrior. Take your left hand on your right rib and really feel with your breath in that hand, that right rib lift up. Feel your right heel ground so you feel the grounding and you feel the lifting. Feel it. Even encourage it. Lift it if you have to. Slowly come up. Straighten out the arms. Straighten out your right leg. Lift your toes and spin your toes in. Take your hands back behind you. Notice what thumb you have on top. I have my right thumb on top, so I know on the other side I'll switch it up. Palms press, heart lifts. Breath is full. Check in. So as I'm here and I'm guiding you, I'm also checking in with my pose. I start at my feet. Almost always my kneecaps are not engaged, so I know to go there first. And then once my kneecaps are engaged, I feel my thighs lift. I feel my tailbone lengthen. I feel my heart lift. Oh, and everything's starting to fall into place. Take one more really big breath. Press your palms together. Magnetize the shoulders. Lift your gaze. On an exhale, pull your belly back as the heart moves forward. Move your hips back. Guide your arms back. Maybe start to lift your arms off of your back. Bring your gaze between your feet. Maybe gaze between your legs. Maybe gaze up towards your woo-hoo. Stay there. Flip your palms, finding more sensation in the shoulders. And if your shoulders are tight, maybe a strap or a belt, whatever you have handy. One more breath. We'll release the hands to the tailbone. Slide the hands down our legs. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, look up halfway. On an exhale, we're going to plan for our twist. Right hand underneath the chin, so it's a little inside that right shoulder. My feet are firmly grounded. My kneecaps are lifting and my thighs are super strong. Left hand on the left hip. This twist is from your navel center up. Opening up, finding that stretch again in the thoracic spine, all the way up to the shoulders. So the more I push down with my hand and my feet, the more I feel the strengthening and toning on the right side of my body, my obliques, my back muscles. Now I notice my chin is forward. I'm going to bring my head back just a little bit and lift my gaze to my thumb. Go ahead, lower the left hand right about where your right hand was. Ground your feet. Lift your kneecaps. Firm your thighs. Right hand on the hip. So now you know what goes on in my mind when I'm doing a yoga class. Very slowly rotating my gaze to the right. Make sure my belly's lifting. Make sure I'm grounded. And then lift my right hand. Feeling the left hip lift as the right hand lifts. Feeling the grounding and the strengthening with the left hand. One more breath. Slowly lower the right hand. Bend your knees a few times, left and right, right and left. And then bring it around to a left side lunge. Step it back, high plank pose. Deep breath in, shifting weight over the wrists, wrapping elbows in as you exhale, lowering. Inhale, cobra. You can always skip the vinyasa. It used to be my least favorite thing to do. And when I told that to my teacher, she said, good, do more of it. You don't like it? We only do 5 in class. She said, you do 15. I thought, ooh, geez. Now I love it. On an exhale, lift the hips, lift the belly, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths here. Inhale. Open up your mouth. With each inhale, feel your spine elongate and rise. With the exhale, feel the front body contract. One more inhale. Don't move your feet. Lift your heels. Inhale, lift the left leg. Backing up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay there, or as lightly as you can, lower your left foot. And then 3 circles. Inhale, circle that left arm. You can bend the knees, or you can keep the legs completely straight. I like to bend. One more really big. Maybe this time you open the heart and the hips a little more skyward. And then gazing down by your right hand, you can use your left hand down for support. Pick up the left foot, step the left foot up, pivot around to the right, find skater. Pause here. Notice my arches are lifting. I'm not collapsing. If I collapse here, I collapse here. And then I feel a lot of pain in my knee. So I'm really mindful. This leg is super strong. This one I have to remind to stay strong because the knee wants to come in, but I get engaged. My head is not low. It's not up. It's somewhere right in the middle. Pivot around to the right. Lunge. Square the two hips off. Draw your belly in. Right hip back. Left thigh forward. Feeling the inner left leg lift. Walk your hands a little more forward. Find supported warrior three. Strong grounding of that right inner foot. Supported warrior three, and then float your hands up and back. For 5. For 4. 3. 2. On 1, bring your left knee up and in. Point your left toes or flex and extend the left foot out. Strong leg. 3. Shoulders back. 2 and 1. Bend the knee. Slowly making our way back. Ground that front inner foot. A lot of times people are aiming to the pinky toe side and you're putting weight on a non-bearing weight, on the joint, the right hip joint. Soften the knee, place your hands back down, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down, untuck the toes, knee over ankle, sweep the arms forward and up. Lift your gaze, hug your right hip back, left thigh bone forward. On an inhale, bring your palms together. Bring your hands to your heart. I feel like I did this side already. I was. Bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee.
But I don't know which leg was forward though.
I'm pretty sure it was my other one. I mean this one. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to bring our hands back down, come back up, stepping back with the left foot. Step back with your right foot to downward facing dog. And then we'll inhale, lift the left leg back up. Step the left foot all the way up between your hands and lower your right knee. And then here we recover. Low crescent lunge. Making space for mistakes, for things that happen unexpectedly. Bring your hands together on an inhale, and then bring your hands to your heart. And now bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And for me, I'm going to scoot my left foot back just a little bit, keeping the knee over the ankle, pressing the two palms together to initiate the twist. Tucking the back toes, stay, or lift the back knee. Open up, spread your wings. And then water wheel. Reach back with your left hand. Reach forward with your right hip. And then very slowly, as the left hand comes down by the left hip, turn your right heel flat, open up, warrior 2. Check in with your feet position. Left heel lines up with the back right arch, and energetically I'm squeezing in with my feet, activating my inner legs. My inner arches are lifting. My toes are slightly gripping the mat, but not too intense. Flip your left palm forward. Dig your left heel into the mat. Keep your left thigh as parallel to the earth as you can. And exalt peaceful warrior. Take your right hand to your left rib cage, and on an inhale, lift up and out of your waist. So a little more guidance of your right inner groin towards your left heel. One more breath. Lift the ribcage out of the waist. Feel yourself elevate. Warrior 2. To a straight leg, lift a toe, and then pivot your toes in. Check in, make sure your feet are on the same line. And this time I'm going to place my left thumb on top, interlacing my fingers, palms touch. Inhale, look up. And exhale, lift my kneecaps, pull my belly in, send my hips back. Keep lifting my belly, keep drawing my shoulders away from my ears, sending my arms back and maybe up. Gaze down between the feet or between your legs or all the way up at your woo-hoo. Flip your palms if you like. And then we'll slowly bring the hands down to the tailbone. Slide them down the legs. Hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees left and right a few times. And then bring it around to the right. Right side lunge. Notice I have a snack in case I get hungry. Look forward. Step your left foot forward. Bend your knees as slowly as you can. Lower your seat to your heels. Don't worry if your heels can't touch. Belly on your thighs. Take your hands to your thighs or knees and slowly peel your belly off of your thighs. Roll your shoulders back. And if it feels good, bring your hands to your heart. Fix your gaze or close your eyes. Relax your face. Squeeze your legs. Pull your belly back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to reach forward, shoot the heels back. Slowly lower our seat down. Keep reaching forward. Send your right foot up and lower down. Reach forward, send your left foot up and lower down. Reach up, draw your shoulder blades down the back, lift your legs, lift them both for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hands, lower to canoe, hold it here for 10. Squeeze your legs. 9. Lift your chin off your chest. Imagine there's an orange between chin and chest. 3. Navel in, back down. 2 and 1. Little flutters for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in. Rest your head down. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Quality exhale out of the mouth. Bring your feet to the mat. Feet are parallel. Heels as close to your sit bones as you can get for comfort. On an inhale, belly in, back down, hands right by your side, palms down for support. On an exhale, don't squeeze your glutes to get you up. Squeeze in with your feet, your knees, and your inner thighs. Peel your spine off the mat, orange under the chin, and hold for 5, 4, 3. Try to get all the way up to the back of your shoulders. 2. Stay here or interlace your fingers. Palms together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Press down with your right foot. Lift your left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot. Before you lift your right foot, check in with the alignment of your feet. Make sure the toes meet. Press down with your left foot. Float the right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly. Feet in parallel. Check in. Release the bind. Reach your arms over your head. Final option, unless you like a full wheel, for 5, 4. Orange under the chin. 3, 2, and 1. Lower slowly the back, the arms lift and lower at the same time. Right ankle on the left thigh. Lift the left foot. Oh, that feels good. Right hand through the hole, left hand around the front of the left shin or the back of your left leg. I'm using my right elbow to guide the inner right knee out. So then my right shin becomes parallel with my shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. From here, we're going to interlace the fingers. So I still have my right arm underneath my right leg. I'm going to place my left foot down and I'm going to bring my hands over the sole of my right foot. So it looks like a half happy baby. Notice my left knee is facing forward and up, not out. It's in. It's grounded. My left big toe is rooted. My back is down. My knee is working its way towards the earth, but I'm not forcing it. Awesome. Take the same leg, cross the right knee directly over your left. Reach for the feet or your ankles or whatever you can grab. Opposite hand, opposite leg, and gently guide the knees together and down. Oh, it feels so good on the outer right hip, on my inner groin. And then we release. Lift your legs up, flex and point, roll around your ankles, and then place your right foot down. Left ankle on the right thigh. Right foot lifts, left hand through the hole, right hand wherever you can grab. My elbow guiding my left knee out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Interlaced fingers around the sole of your left foot, half happy baby. Right knee forward and up, left knee in and down. So the left knee is not moving out, it's moving in towards my shoulder. Neck is long, orange under the chin, belly in, knee in, and then cross. Left knee on top of right. Reach for your feet, ankles, or any part of your legs. Breathe in. Oh, feels so good. Awesome. Lift your legs. Roll around your ankles. Give everything a little shake. Coming into our final twist. Bring your right knee in. Stretch your left leg out long. Roll around your right ankle a few times. Just do a little checking in. And then your left hand will guide your right leg over to the left. Keep the right shoulder down and bring that right knee as far to the right as you can without lifting the right shoulder. Oh, feels so good. One more breath. Feeling those muscles around the low back and the hips releasing. Bring it back to center. Both knees in and then right leg out. Roll around left ankle. Reverse it. And then right hand guides the left knee to the right. Left shoulder stays down. This is one of those poses that I do every day, but I do this side to side 5 to 10 times, depending on how much time I have, depending on how my back feels. Some days it feels really, really good, and I don't do as many. Some days it doesn't feel that great, and I'll do about 10, maybe even 15 on each side. I don't stay too long, maybe 15, 20 seconds. One more breath. But I feel like this pose gets a lot. It gets the hips, it gets the low back, even the groin, even the stomach. Bring it back to center. Bring both knees in. Find a smile on your face. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. And give yourself a really big, well-deserved hug. Lower your head down. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Lower your feet down. Scoot your heels away from your butt. Your sacrum should be flat. So if your back looks like this and your sacrum's not on there, separate your feet. Bring the sacrum flat. Take a breath in. Let gravity pull the knees apart. Bring your arms comfortably away from the body, palms face up. Now I'm pretty open in my hips, so I'm not going to stay too long. I like to touch that spot, create some balance between my practice, and then I send my feet out. From your Shavasana, do a little scan of your body. From your toes, wiggle them, your ankles, your legs. Make sure everything's completely relaxed. Take a breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and say, ah. I hope this practice helped you release some sore, overused muscles in the back body. And have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Namaste.